At my brother's wedding, I found my seat outside, next to the trash cans. He smirked. Guess you don't count. I took my gift, stood up, and walked out without a word. Minutes later, the bride went pale and screamed. My parents always favored Leo. He was the golden child, the athletic, handsome star who could do no wrong. I was the quiet one, the tech geek who stayed in his room. When our parents passed away 5 years ago, Leo took a house, the savings, and left me with nothing but a box of old family photos. I didn't fight him. I just went silent and worked. When Leo announced his wedding to Claire, a woman from an incredibly wealthy, high society family, I was surprised to even get an invite. I bought a tailored suit, spent months preparing a very specific wedding present, and drove 3 hours to the upscale estate venue. When I arrived, I handed my gift, a heavy, beautifully wrapped mahogany box, to the coordinator. Then I looked at the seating chart. My name wasn't on it. I found a coordinator and asked where I belonged. She looked at her clipboard, blushed deeply, and pointed toward the back exit. I walked outside. In the alleyway by the kitchen doors, right next to 3 massive, overflowing industrial trash cans, sat a single plastic folding chair. A piece of lined paper was taped to it. It read, "Reserved for the broke brother." I stood there staring at it. "Oh good, you found your VIP section." I turned around. Leo was standing in the doorway, looking sharp in his tuxedo. He had a smirk on his face that made my blood run cold. "What is this, Leo?" I asked, keeping my voice perfectly flat. "It's exactly what you deserve," he whispered, stepping closer. "Claire's family is old money. Her dad is a massive real estate investor. We have CEOs, politicians, and influencers inside. You're an embarrassment. Look at you. I only invited you so mom and dad's old friends wouldn't ask questions. But guess what? You don't count. Sit here and shut up or leave." I didn't yell. I didn't get angry. I just looked him dead in the eye. The silence between us stretched for 5 agonizing seconds. "Okay," I said quietly. I walked past him, grabbed my heavy mahogany gift box from the reception table, and walked straight out to my car. I drove to a diner down the street, ordered a black coffee, and pulled out my phone. You see, Leo thought I was just a broke IT guy. He didn't know that 3 years ago, I co-founded a cybersecurity firm. And he definitely didn't know that 6 months ago, my company was hired to audit the digital infrastructure of his new father-in-law's multi-million-dollar real estate conglomerate. While auditing, I discovered something terrifying. Someone inside the company had been embezzling millions and setting up a digital paper trail to frame Claire's father. If it went public, the old man would face federal prison, and the family would be ruined. I spent months privately tracing the IP addresses, the shell bank accounts, and the forged signatures. It didn't take long to find the culprit. It was Leo. He had been stealing from his fiancée's family for over a year to fund his lavish lifestyle and pretend he was wealthy enough for Claire. My wedding gift in that mahogany box was a hard drive containing the complete, undeniable forensic proof of Leo's fraud, along with a printed, legally binding confession from his accomplice. I had intended to give it to Claire's father privately, after the wedding to save their family. I wanted to protect them, but sitting by the trash cans changed everything. I opened my laptop in the diner. I took the digital copy of the entire file. I attached it to an email. I addressed it to Claire, her father, and every single board member of their company. I hit send. Minutes later, back at the venue, the reception was just starting. Claire's father was about to give his speech. Suddenly, Claire's phone buzzed. Then her father's phone buzzed. Claire opened the email. She clicked the audio file of Leo discussing the embezzlement. She saw the bank statements. Her face went completely pale. The color drained from her skin so fast, she looked like a corpse. She dropped her wine glass, shattering it against the marble floor. "Leo," she whispered, her voice trembling. Leo looked at her confused. "Babe, what's wrong?" Claire let out a blood-curdling scream that echoed through the entire ballroom. "You psychotic thief!" Her father grabbed Leo by the collar of his expensive tuxedo, slamming him against the head table, throwing his phone in Leo's face. The entire room erupted into chaos. Guests were shouting. Claire was hysterical, tearing her veil off. Within 20 minutes, 3 police cruisers pulled up to the venue. Leo was led out in handcuffs in front of all the CEOs, politicians, and high society elites he wanted to impress. My phone buzzed with a text from Leo right before they took it. "Please help me. Tell them it's a mistake." I took a sip of my coffee, blocked his number, and drove home in silence.